Components and props. First, let's go over understanding components in React. In React, components are the building blocks of a user interface. They encapsulate the behavior and appearance of a part of the UI, making it easier to manage and reuse code. Components can be either functional or class based. Let's look at creating functional and class components. Functional components. Functional components are JavaScript functions that accept props, short for properties, as an argument and return JSX to describe the UI. They are typically used for simpler components that don't need state or lifecycle methods. Check out this example where I'm creating a functional component. The function name is greeting and props as the argument, and it returns hello and passes back props.name inside curly brackets, which will be substituted by whatever was passed in the argument. The class components. Class components are ES6 classes that extend React.component. They have a render method that returns JSX to describe the UI. Class components are used for more complex components that need to manage state or lifecycle methods. Here is an example, same class greeting, and we are saying extends react.components. And inside the class, we are saying render, call the render function, which returns the HTML with hello, and then you're using this dot props dot name. Passing props to components. Props are a way to pass data from parent to child component in React. They are read-only and cannot be modified by the child component. Props are passed as attributes to the component when it's used. In this example, you can probably see here the parent component, which is the app, passes the name prop to the child component using greeting. The child component then uses this prop to display a personalized greeting. Again, if you go step by step, function app, which is the parent component, returns greeting. Now this greeting comes from the next function, which is the child component, where you're passing the props, which is name equal to John in the second line, and that returns, the child returns the HTML hello and passes the props.name, which is John. So the output of this will be hello John. Reusable components and component composition. One of the key benefits of React is the ability to create reusable components. By designing components to be modular and composable, you can build complex UIs from smaller reusable parts. If you look at this example, the button component is reusable and can be used in various parts of the application. The app component composes the button component by passing custom props on click and label, making it flexible and reusable in different contexts. If you look at here, we have the function button, which is the button component, which returns on click and has the props label in there. Now the application can call the handle click but function inside it, where it will just console log button clicked, and if you see, the return for that function is passing the button on click and label function. In summary, components are fundamental building blocks of React applications. Whether functional or class-based, components allow you to create modular, reusable, and maintainable UIs. Props enable data flow between components, while component composition enables the creation of complex UIs from smaller reusable parts.